Drop a beast, ride a flow, spells unleashed. Turn an elf, I'm on the rise. Mono green, no compromise. Hey, ho, check my goals. Still is crushing all my foes. Hey, ho, swoop for lows. Old school green and overloads. Giant growth, pop it high. Swing with all, come and die. Scratch, fight, feel the bite. Mono green, I win the fight.
Hello, middle schoolers. Echo Greg here with a recorded webcam match. This is from the Romancing the Stones 2026 dance party. It's a Swiss style event with weekly pairings and matchups, and then cutting to a top 8. So here is my deck. It's a red-green aggressive zoo kind of deck. Grim Lavamancers, Jackal Pups, Quirion Dryads, Jungle Lions, one of my favorites, and Mag Fanatics for the Creature Suite, supplemented by Call of the Herds. Then a burn package of Incinerates, Bolts, some Seal of Fires, and a single Fire Blast. Some Rancors to help push some damage through, and a couple Curse Scrolls. And then the land base, Forest, Mountains, Occlusive Forest, pair of Treetop Villages, and the fetches. On the sideboard, you've got Naturalizes for all the artifacts and enchantments that run amok in the format. 2 Furnaces for some Graveyard Hate, 2 Pyroblasts, and 2 Elemental Blasts. They're broken up for anti-meddling mage to get around that. 2 Ravenous Balos for any sort of kind of aggressive mirror decks or burn or things like that. 2 Tormod's Crypts or Graveyard Hate, 2 Tranquil Domains for Enchantress, and then a lovely Elephant token for the Call of the Herds. So my round 1 is up against Kai. He is on Elves, which is going to be a tough matchup. I basically have to get there fast, have lots of pressure, and burn off his early creatures and hope that he just runs out of gas and isn't able to go off and is able to get a survival. So I lead off with a mountain into a Jackal Pup. I don't know what Kai is on yet, but he's got a wooded foothills. He cracks to 19 for a forest and plays a Longwear Elf. So at this point, suspecting he's on Elves, but not sure. There are other decks that will start off with Lanoir. So I bolt the Elf. Again, you gotta keep them from going crazy with the mana and ramping up. I crack my fetch, going to 19, get a mountain, swinging for 2 with a Jackal Pup, and then just pass the turn. Kai plays second forest, and he's got a Wirewood Smith. So now I know he's on Elves, some variants. Not sure if it's the more stock survival Elves or if he's doing something spicy, like a aggressive coat of arms Elves or more cradle control-y, less combo-y Elves type. So I was looking for 2 with the Jackal Pup, put in the 15, and then I play a Call of the Herd. Kai drops a Acolyte, draws a card, and now he's got the best friend combo going, and you can bounce that, draw, get all sorts of value. Plays a Cradle, throws a Survival down, so I'm in big trouble here. I'm swinging for 5. He's going to block the Jackal Pup, do the damage on the stack, bounce the trick, so I'll take 2. I attacked with both there because he was going to block and bounce regardless, and I need to get some damage in, so at least the Elephant will connect. Dropping him down to 12, and then I flash back my Call of the Herd, second main, but at this point, he's got the survival, he's got card drawing, and we'll be able to neutralize at least one of them by bouncing with the Wirewood on my attack. So not looking too good for me. replays the Acolyte, draws his card. Pitches a squee, so he already had the squee in hand too, so that's, didn't even need to lose a card to go find that, to get the survival engine going. He's got 2 mana available right now with the Cradle. Trying to figure out what he's going to get. And Elves is a pretty tricky deck to play, lots of options, lots of lines. He gets an Anger, which he immediately pitches, so Anger not doing anything currently as he does not have a mountain in play, but could cause this to go off pretty quickly. Then he spends the other floating mana to play Aquarian Ranger and passes. So I play a Kaplusin, activate the Curse Scroll. Got 2 cards. Name a forest, kill the Wirewood, and then comment. Guy's thinking about how he wants to block here. He decides to just take all 6, dropping to 6. Risky, but it's also pretty safe to assume that I have 2 force in the hand. Based on what I named with the Curse Scroll, and so he's had I had a bolt or something, I probably would have used one of his creatures before activating the scroll. So I think he feels pretty safe that he's not going to just die out of nowhere. And again, he's got a Cradle play, he needs to keep creatures on the board. Needs that mass. So he's going to pitch Squee to survival. He did crack in for 2 with the Acolyte, which drops me to 15. Trying to figure out what he wants to pull here. Not quite in the ranged Hermit mana range yet. Could get a Nantuko to blow up my Curse Scroll. But he gets a Wall of Roots. That's going to block pretty well. He can cast it and just kind of slow me down a little bit. And he's going to naturalize the Curse Scroll. So that's, Curse Scroll would have given me a good chance here. Not only would have been a 3-turn clock, but it would have been able to clear the way, taking out some of his creatures. So I drop a Wooded Foothills, attack in, kind of flooding on the land here a bit. He's going to block both of them, lose his Ranger, but take no damage. I will crack, go into 14, get another mountain just and get lands out of the deck. I do have 2 force in hand, and I have drawn 9 of the lands, I think, that I have almost half the lands in the deck. 10 lands with the 2 fetches in it, so half the lands in the deck. So that certainly doesn't help when going off against a deck like Elves. I need to get all the creatures and most importantly the burn spells in order to try and clear the way. So Kai plays a Gamma Ranger, which is going to get him the mountain, so now everything has haste. He's got 3 creatures. Pitch an Acolyte to the survival. Can't quite get up to 5 mana yet. You get a Well Wisher, which that's game over. is able to cast that, and it will gain him at least 3 life. Because again, it does have haste due to the anger. And do not think I will be able to cut through that, but we'll see. He's got a Thor's Cape Apprentice. It looks like he's pitching using the last mana. And he searches up a Quirion Ranger, which he then puts another counter on the wall of roots to play. So that's one, going to give him an extra life with the Well-Wisher and allow him to use it multiple times a turn. So the one Well-Wisher activation wasn't enough. That's what it will be. So I draw a Rancor, which normally would be very good, helps get through his blockers. But in this case, I think just with the Well-Wisher, it's probably too little too late. The card's figuring out how he wants to block here. His wall is a 0/3 at the moment, so any blocks he does will lose him the wall. So he's going to gain 4, putting him up to 10. And he's going to bounce, untap, do it again, go up to 14. So I think, yeah, things are getting out of hand here. Looks like he is double blocking to kill one of my tokens. He will still take 1 damage, I believe, because he had 2 damage, 3 toughness there. I replayed the Rancor on the elephant and passed the turn. So it's not totally out of reach here. His Well-Wisher has been neutralized somewhat, but there's a deranged hermit and all his little squirrel friends. And they all have haste. So he's going to be able to attack for 11 there. So he's also got a Cradle. So all the mana he could ever want. Pitches Squee, probably going to go grab another Hermit, throw it down, and attack for lethal. Yep, there he does. He's got the Hermit, and I scoop him up. He's got the mana to cast it, and that is more than enough hasty damage to finish me off. So we go to sideboard. Don't have much in the sideboard. Obviously, as a zoo deck, I don't have a lot of the red sweepers that most decks would want to bring in. No Earthquakes, no Pyroclasms, because that neutralizes my whole game plan. I will bring in some Naturalizes. Again, Survival, as you saw there, just runs away with the game. Especially against my kind of deck, which doesn't really have much in the way of card advantage or sustainability or anything like that. So bring in some Naturalizes, bring in some Graveyard Hate. If I can pick off the Anger in the graveyard or Squee, that really slows him down. Taking Squee away forces him, Survival not to be just an extra draw, whatever you want every turn. It forces you to discard creatures and keep some sort of creatures in hand, just bombing that onto the board. And then obviously Anger taking away the haste. So I'll bring in some Phyrexian Furnaces to be able to handle that. And also, in a pinch, I can just sack and draw a card, so it's never dead. So we'll go on to game number 2. I will be on the play, as I lost the first game. So we're checking our hands. Both of us are good. I'm going to lead off with a Lavamancer, which is pretty good against the Elves deck. If I can get enough cards from the graveyard, I can definitely just... everything dies to Lavamancer until the later game. Fanatic, shoot his Elf, that turns my Lavamancer on. But I also just need to get some damage in, so I throw a Rancor on the Lavamancer, swing for 17. Pastakai, that plays a Forest. checking something. And he just plays a wall of roots. So that'll slow me down. It's a pretty good card against me. None of my creatures punch through it by themselves. But the Rancor will help if I have another bolt or something. So I have a Seal Fire, and a second Rancor, so now it's 5 power coming in. So that will deal with the wall. But Kai elects not to block, having the mana is more important. So he takes 5 to the face, drops down to 12. So this game's going a little bit better for me, but again, I have to finish quickly, or the amount of value and power that Elf brings to the table is going to run away with it. The Kai's got the mountain. He can get an anger in, that'll give him the haste he needs. He's going to play out of survival, but he does have survival, and at least right now I don't have an answer to it. Draw, play Karplusin, come in for 5. Kai is going to take it and go down to 7. And he will pitch as I pass the turn to him. Throw in a Thin Hornells away. Getting the squee for the value. Immediately pitching the squee and getting an bonus save elemental. So this is going to kill my Lavamancer and greatly slow things down. I will get the Rancors back, fortunately, but the dream of swinging in for 5 with his Lavamancer next turn is over. So yeah, he plays the kicker. Lavamancer is dead. End of turn, I bolt him put him before, so it's a good thing he killed the Lavamancer because that would have been lethal on board. I play a Korean Dryad and then throw 2 Rankers on him, and I pass the turn. So at this point, I just need to draw a burn spell. I do have the seal, so Kai's life is kind of at a virtual 2. Turn, Kai puts another counter on the wall, activates survival, pitches the squee. If I were Kai, I'd probably go get Symbiote so that I can bounce, if he's got enough mana, that is, bounce the Apprentice there and blow up my Dryad as well. Otherwise, that's going to be 6 trample damage coming in. Again, all I need to do is 2. But he gets anger. Or is he thinking about getting angry? Yeah, so he gets anger. And he goes to his turn, gets squee back. Draws. Another counter on the wall, Roots pitches the anger, so now everything has haste. Gets the Well-Wisher. Yeah. So it's not going to be as explosive as last game, but it will get him out of immediate death range. Kai Kai flips over the wall to indicate that he has used it. Plays out a Lanoir, which at this point is free because mana-wise because of the anger. Plays a priest, and now my comment about the Well-Wisher not being so crazy is kind of out the window. Kai looking up something again real quick. Got 4 available mana to him. Still has a squee in hand, so he could. Yeah, he pitches the squee. So two green floating. Gets the ranger, so that'll help with the Well-Wisher. Plays a cradle, so now he's got all the mana he could ever need. Uses one of the floating. Play the Quirion. Oh, I'm thinking about it again. Yeah, plays the ranger. Taps for 5. Got 6 floating. Plays the Well-Wisher. And plays a Masticore. So that's going to take care of the Dryad as well. Tap the elf, float, bounce the forest, tap the elf, get 2, shoot my Dryad, the Rancor is back. But yeah, this game has gotten away from me. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Well-Wisher now that he's used the Dryad so that he can only gain the 5 life from it. But that 5 life is probably more than he needs with the Masticore. I play a Call of Herd, but between the Cradle and the Priest, he's got the Masticore mana. He could stack his triggers so that he gets Squee back and then pitches Squee to the Masticore. Plays the Wall of Blossoms, draws a card. His Cradle's tapping for 7 right now, which by itself is enough to kill my token. So he makes 7 mana, kills, he's got 1 floating. Pitch an elf for survival. So we're gonna go try and finish it off here with a range tournament, which you can easily cast from the priest. And yeah, at that point just scoop it up. So I'm done, locked out under the Masticore, never gonna get another creature in play, and he's at 9 life. I'm not gonna be able to get enough burn. I'd have to draw bolt, incinerate, fire blast, something like that, 3 turns in a row, and I can't live that long. So Elves does it, takes it down. Again, I said at the beginning, real tough matchup. Just basically have to hope they don't get a survival, or that I have the early answer to survival. Otherwise, they have too many cards that just destroy what I'm trying to do. And unless I have lots of burn and just pop. Which in my deck I don't have as much burn as a typical burn deck would. Fitting in room for the green creatures. It just goes south very quickly, as you saw there. So congrats to Kai. Kai takes me down 2-0. I start off the events 0 and 1. So we are on to round 2. Thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.